What's up, guys? Welcome to another very special episode of Critical Points. I am your host, Legacy. Today, we are interviewing Team Firez. Say what's up, guys, and introduce yourself.
Yo, what's up, guys? I'm Firez.
My name is Oni. Nice to meet y'all.
My name is 2K. You can call me by my real name, Brandon Rivera, and yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for being on. So let's start with your guys' team. Firez has been around on and off for a while, and I understand that you guys merged together. Two teams merged together. Someone just kind of break that down and let us know how you guys came about with the Firez and the merge. We'll go with Ruse first.
Alright, so last week we were playing, so I saw them in the Pro League match. I saw like they were really decent, so I tried to pick them up until I knew they were planning. Then I told them to merge, so that's how it worked from there.
Okay. Oni, input on that?
So my team, my clan name was Void. We merged with Team Firez. There's a total of 3 founders for my clan. There's me, there's Chan, and there's Flowers. We basically met him in a pub, and we played with him a little bit. We did a scrim, did pretty good. We won the scrim, and we talked over our members, and basically we all agreed to basically merge. So that's how it happened.
Okay. Brandon, what side of the spectrum were you on? Were you in Void or were you in Firez?
I was in Firez. I had talked to Ruse that like our team was gonna die because we had players that was inactive, and we ended up making the merge. And to this day, I think it was a good idea because we are getting good as a team. We're starting to practice, getting our strats up, and we're like family. We're not like other teams that are gonna be like toxic all the time. Like we're toxic and make like side jokes, but we're also family. So that's what I like about this team,
good,
and that's why we merged.
Nice. Let's get a little bit about your guys' history in the COPS competitive scene. I've known Ruse for a long time. He's been playing for a while. What about Brandon and Oni? Is that how?
Tatsu.
Okay. I'll just say Oni. Brandon and Oni, give us a little history of your guys' career in COPS so far, and why you guys think you guys can be successful in the competitive scene in NA.
All right. Hey, Oni, you want me to go first or?
Go for it, bro.
All right, bro. Thank you. All right. So I started playing Critical Ops like a while back. I used to be in the like PC side, and I played for like Fused, ACW, HYN. They're like really good PC teams. And then once it was announced that it was getting to no longer be PC, that it was converting to mobile, I was fine with that because I would play mobile sometimes. And then my career was pretty good, but kind of bad because I used to get made fun of. So it went like up and down, and then I was like in Eminent at one time, I was in Carbon at one time, and then like Abide for a little bit. I was in like Sector 7 for a week. So I had a problem with teams because they just wouldn't treat me right. And why I think I could be successful is because I like playing with a team that has really good call-outs, that listens to each other. We just have chemistry. And with chemistry, you can win tournaments. If we're listening to each other, we make the right call-out, that's how we can win. And if we practice every day on our strats, watch Gangstars, D2R, all the big teams out there, I'm pretty sure we can make a big upset and win.
Oni?
Okay, so I've played this game since the release of it. I remember when everything was different, how the AK was, how the B ratio was. Every gun was different. I've played for a lot of teams, a lot of clans. I've played for Hydra, QDZ, Apex, Solar, Team Exile, multiple clans. I like this clan so far. I'm hoping it goes really good and like basically like we can stay together and like have respect and basically just be like a family. I made a new account. I used to be My KD used to be 6.02, and I'm diamond. But I'm hoping to start new and have a fun time with this clan. Basically, that's it.
Okay. Ruse,
Yeah.
you want to go over your history in COPS?
Yeah, sure. So back then, I didn't know nothing about this game. My brother was playing it, and he introduced me to it. Then I saw him going through better clans and all that. I didn't know how it worked until he told me about Discord, and then I started getting picked up by good players. Then I tried to make my own clan, but it didn't work. So I went with my brother's clan. Then he joined you. I think we merged at that time with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know, we got like benched or something. I don't know. Then I started making my own clan. Then that's how we grew.
Okay. Are you guys signed up for any tournaments coming up, like IWL Season 2 or the Valiant's Autumn Cup?
Let me talk about that. Currently, not at the moment, because we're trying to focus on our strats. Like I said again, we have to like get like good with other maps, because like right now we're really strong at Baru. We got to work on Legacy, Canals, Grounded. But I'm gonna talk about Ruse about that, about IWL, because that's a really good tournament with really good competition that we can play in and against. And I've played a couple times at Mobile Esports. I like how it's run. They run it really well. And so yeah, you will see us in tournaments very, very soon.
Okay. I know IWL signups ended on the 20th, so yesterday. But the Valiant's Autumn Cup is, I believe, the signups end on the 28th of this month. So you guys definitely still have time to practice. And if you're not ready, you're not ready. But at the same time, I feel like it's always great for especially since you're not new to the scene, but you're a new team chemistry wise, to just get that experience and kind of gauge yourself and see where you're at. Because you may be better than you thought you were, or B, you may realize you do have some more practice or learn something from a match. And that's just my opinion and suggestions from when D2R used to play in every major there was and just get 13-0'd. We lost a lot, but we learned a lot as well. So what do you guys think about the NA comp scene? How do you guys like it? Do you think the game's going to continue to get bigger and bigger with future lands, or do you guys just play it more out of like the love of the game? We'll start with Oni on this one.
I basically play out of love for the game. It gets boring sometimes, but as long as you have friends to play with and you scrim, I love scrimming because I like to test my skills with my teammates. But yeah, I think the game's gonna expand more. Hopefully they add more weapons and they finish that road map that they've been working on for a couple months now. But yeah, just play it for love.
Okay, we'll go to Brandon.
Wait, what's the question again?
How do you feel about the NA comp scene and then the future of the game?
All right, the future of the game. I actually think the game is going to be as good as Vainglory. There's going to be a lot of lands. I'm loving the game. Love playing with Team Firez. Love playing with Ruse. Ruse, I've been friends with him for a while. Oni, I haven't known him, but like he's really nice. I could talk to him about personal stuff when I'm not feeling good, if I'm depressed, or if I'm happy. I actually think this game is going to blow up. Like it's literally going to blow up. My dream was to play competitively CSGO, but I'm having a fun time playing this game.
Absolutely. And go ahead.
I was actually looking forward to buying a ticket to LA to go meet all of you guys, especially you, Legacy. I just wanted to talk, but I don't know how like that would work out.
Oh, it would have been fine. It was in the first one was going to be in LA. The second one was in Las Vegas. So, but there's gonna be a land. There's gonna be one, and it will happen eventually. So we have to look forward to that. One of the things that I think you guys talked about is like the family aspect, and we talk about this a lot. in a lot of the interviews because a lot of people bring it up, and it's very important to have that family bonding and friendship and team chemistry because in tough matches, even in scrims, you can get frustrated with each other, and if you don't have that bond built between your teammates, it'll be like it becomes toxic and people leave and teams disband. What are the things that you guys do as like a team to bond besides scrim? We'll go with Ruse on this one.
Well, we decided to work as a teamwork, and we didn't want to like cuss at each other or be toxic to anyone. We didn't want to like bench anyone. I think we just helped them more, and we did a hard strides. Practiced on like maps. Did go on pubs and all that.
Okay.
And we did more scrims.
Now, in the comp scene, there's been tiers. There's semi-pro. There's pro. People have their all sorts of rankings of how they can what they consider their team. What do you guys consider your guys' level as a team in the NA community? Do you guys consider yourselves like a mid-tier team to top tier? Do you consider yourself an entry team? We'll go with Brandon on this one first.
All right, I think we're like a midterm team. Like we can like stand out. We're on our good days. We're getting our frags. We're all listening to each other, which is like most of the time. I think we can with a little more practice, we can probably be a top tier team, and maybe be able to do good against Gangstars, D2R, because they're really good teams with really good players individually, their skill, and I think we're a semi-pro team.
Okay, we'll go to Oni next.
Oh,
I think his mom was calling him.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. So one of the things that I think separates semi-pro to pro and top tier and mid-tier and all that is just winning. You know, like perfect example, Elevate. So Elevate's been around. People know those players, but until they won Valiant Summer Cup, like people didn't really put them on that platform. They're a great team, but do you think that it takes a major win or just any tournament win in general to kind of get that notoriety and clout? And we'll go with Ruse on that one.
Well, I think they tried like really good as teamwork, and they had like good strategies, so they didn't have to push back on anything, and they worked as a team. So that's basically like a family work, I guess. I don't know. And yeah.
Do you think it would be so? Say you guys are in the Valiant's Autumn Cup, and you guys get matched up first round against a mid to top tier team, and going to the match, are you guys nervous? Are you afraid? Are you confident? Like, what's the mindset you guys have going into that? We'll go back to Brandon on this one.
So with that, of course, you're gonna have like that top fear because it's a good team and you're playing in a tournament where maybe hundreds or maybe thousands will be watching you. So of course we will come in with nervous, but towards the top, like in the beginning of the game, we might struggle, but in the end, I think we can pick things up and we can take a W.
Okay, so do you guys? One of the things that I also think separates top teams from mid-tier teams is not only just practicing together and stuff, but watching film and studying the other teams. Do you guys do that as well?
Yeah, we do that. We watch studies, we watch tips and all that.
And point of views, like Vulcan, like I watch Vulcan a lot. I honestly think he should get a shot again to start. And he's a really good player. So is Joker, Luis, Milio, God, Alpha. Like, they have really good skill. How they peek corners, they like shoulder peek it, jiggy peek it, whatever you want to call it. They just have really good game sense. And with good game sense, I think any team can get as good as Gangsters and D2R.
Absolutely.
My perspective.
Absolutely. So what would be the bigger accomplishment for you guys moving forward? Would it be a victory in a smaller tournament that's less unknown, or a loss in a major tournament but getting farther in the tournament and maybe taking out mid-tier teams? We'll go with Ruse first.
Well, we have to work better and get more strategies as a team, and like we have to practice more and all that. We can't just go play every time at like the public or do some. We just need to work on how we do on our strategies and all that.
Okay. Brandon, your thoughts?
So what I think about that, I would like small tourney wins are okay. That they're okay. But I'd rather go in a really big tournament, all the good teams, because if you're beating midterm teams that are like pretty good, that can maybe do good against top teams, like that's perfect. Because then you're gonna have like repetition. If like you see that you're live streamed against a good team, people are gonna vote for you because they know how you play, and they'll be like, all right, this team is pretty good, and then they'll be like, this other team is really really good. This might be a good match, and I like to entertain people. When I play, I like entertaining people. I don't want to win a big tournament like automatically. Like it's good to win, but like I don't want like everyone on us. Like I don't want like all that pressure. Like everyone on us, asking us to join, and just a lot of drama and stuff. Because I remember with Elevate, they had problems. Supposedly, Strong was hacking. They had hate towards them. But Elevate overcame that, and they became a really good team. They beat Gangstars multiple times, I believe. And they're a really good team. They outdid Gangstars, in my opinion. So that's what I think.
That was probably the most incredible final map I've ever seen in any live stream ever. To be up 11-1, then 12-1, and then 12-12, and then 13-12. That was insane.
It was amazing.
Now, mentally, like we talk about game sense. Game sense is very important. Do you guys feel like you can only acquire game sense by being in those kinds of situations where you have to clutch, or do you think it's just something you develop over time? We'll go with
Experience.
It's experience.
Experience is the most important thing, and teamwork.
I agree.
The more experience you have in the game, the more you can play better. Your game sense improves. Basically, everything improves. Your teamwork improves. It's all about experience. That's why I like about tourneys, because you gain more experience. You learn from the people you fight.
I agree.
Not to mention, it's a great adrenaline rush. Like people don't realize that. Like when you get in that situation where you're about to win, or you have to clutch, your heart is pounding, and it's nerve wracking. But I think it's also amazing at the same time, because if you pull it off, that's just a great emotional high right there. So, looking forward to the future for you guys' team. Realistically, do you guys see yourselves within the next year going into the release of 1.0? Do you see yourselves climbing the NA scene if you guys can stick together? Do you think you guys can be able to put yourself in that top tier aspect?
I believe with a lot of work and a lot of like hardship, we can do it. I mean, anything's possible.
Yeah. Well, what Oni just said, how everything is like anything's possible. That's very true. Like a lot of people thought Elevate wasn't gonna win. Well, I promise you, almost guaranteed that we will step up there and be as good as other teams. I would make sure we practice every day at a certain time on our strats, tactics, and yeah, we will climb up there, and I will make sure with Firez that we won't break apart.
Nice. Party ranks coming out with the group party chat. Are you guys excited for that? And what kind of things would you like to see in the future of the game? I know you guys mentioned new weapons. Let's start with Ruse, and then we'll go to Oni, and then we'll go to Brandon. So, Ruse?
I want to see like good ranking systems. Like when we play in ranks, I don't want to get like when people play, they always cancel. I don't want that anymore. Like we want better stuff. We want clan search, and like for scrims, it will be easier for us for sure. And yeah, new skins, new knives, hopefully new snipers as well.
Okay. Oni?
I would like to see a couple nerfs for some guns, like the SG, and maybe a buff on the MP5 for second round scrim. I think the skins are good so far. I would like to just see lots of nerfs and buffs. Also, some new maps and the couple new game modes that are coming out, like a gun game and stuff.
Yeah, the factory map has been kind of been hinted towards as well. And okay, we'll go to Brandon.
All right, with me, I like the game how it is. I don't mind if they add nerfs or buffs at all. I love how the game is itself, and with party ranked, I'm gonna love that because I get to play with Ruse, Oni. I get to play with all the members in Team Firez, and that's even more practice for us if you think about it. That is more practice for us, and that can help us out a lot. Top tier teams will have more experience. We'll be able to clutch 1v1 situations, 1v2s, 1v3s, and possibly 1v4s if you think about it.
Yep, right on. So that's pretty much all the questions I have for you guys. Is there any shout outs or anything else you guys like to talk about? You guys can do that now. And we'll start with Brandon.
All right. So I would like to shout out all my old friends in Carbon, Mixie, Pedro, Law, Surge. Shout out to my Twitter at 2K Gaming for the win, and shout out Ruse.
Okay. We'll go to Oni next.
I would like to shout out Jay because today's his birthday. Happy birthday, bro!
Happy birthday.
I would like to shout out my Discord if anybody needs a GFX logo. It's -Oni- #0229. And then I would also like to shout out this clan for giving us a great chance. Hopefully we have a long run. Hopefully we don't split up. And I would like to shout out you to your legacy. Thanks for this interview, bro.
Thanks. Last but not least, Ruse. Anyone to shout out?
Yes, I would like to shout out the whole Team Firez members and the whole community, and especially you for getting us this interview done today.
Absolutely. Well,
And my team.
I always have a pleasure interviewing anyone from the community. It doesn't have to be the top tier teams, because there's all kinds of teams that people don't know about that are really good, and then so if I start interviewing more of these unknown teams or mid-tier teams, it won't be a surprise when top tier teams lose to them, because there'll be proof. They'll be like, hey, we're watching their strats, we're practicing hard, we're grinding. Like, I think it's a great thing, and I'm glad that you guys are the first team that I get to do this with. So thank you guys very much for being on the show. I'm Legacy for Critical Points and Team Fire saying peace.